day on Dr. Phil.
I love being a bully.
It's her world.
You bullied your cousin with Down syndrome?
She is disgusting. Have you seen her?
The rest of us just live in it.
If someone is disabled, you find that unacceptable.
Handicapped people make me feel uncomfortable.
She is a self-proclaimed bully.
You can't even look at me?
I don't want to look at you.
Has Kelly Catrone met her match?
I'm going to apologize in advance for anything that might be said here.
Asian lady, let's get this order done.
She even bullies Glee actor Max Adler.
The show takes a stand against bullying.
You're promoting bullies is what you're doing.
Do you ever watch Glee?
No.
Then don't judge what you don't know.
And you know everything
No, wait,
about
let me finish.
already.
No, I'm talking here. See that name up there?
I do.
That's me. Okay. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
If it matters to you, that's what I want to talk about. Are you ready in the booth? Let's do it. Go, Dr. Phil. All right, see that man over there? When you look at him, you would probably think to yourself, he's a tough guy. Nobody messes with him, right? Well, not quite. His name is Charles. He says he's currently being bullied by this woman, Tamika Rashawn. He says he can't even cut off their friendship because he fears that would result in even more bully behavior. And he is not her only victim. Now, Tamika Rashawn says that she is actually proud to be a bully and verbally and physically abuses a whole host of people, including people with disabilities, those that are overweight or unattractive people, and even women that she says are jealous of her beauty. You know, we all hear about bullies. They're in the media all the time now. But you can seldom get one to sit down and talk to you and tell you what they really think, what they really say to justify this behavior in their own mind. Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's start by hearing what this self-admitted bully has to say.
I love being a bully because I have the power and I'm going to get the respect whether you give it to me or I take it from you. I've been arrested and put in jail for my bullying. I've lost jobs for my bullying. I've lost friends for my bullying.
What the Do you see my BMW that you almost just wrecked? Please take the little Nissan on.
I get into a ton of fights, knowing that I may get into a fight, whether it's my rings, my bracelet, and my watch. These things will hurt you and cause a lot of damage. I was out at a nightclub with a couple friends, and a girl stepped on my French manicured toe, so I had to elbow her in the chest and, you know, put her in her place, which was on the floor. I hate the handicap. I don't know why they get parking in the front. I need to get in and get out. I need that handicap parking spot. That's why I always take it, and I will continue to take handicap parking spots because they don't need it. I hate retards. They make me miserable when I see them out at restaurants. They're disgusting. Food is falling from their mouth. They're shaking like this the whole time in a wheelchair. Who wants to see that? I have a cousin. She's Down syndrome. The sooner my grandmother puts her in a home or the sooner she passes away in her sleep, the better my life will be.
You stand by everything you just said.
Yes, I do.
Why? Everybody has a strategy and a philosophy in life to get what they want. What do you want, and what is this strategy?
I think handicapped people should be in the back. They shouldn't be parking in the front. My strategy is to just continue to park in their spots. That way they can't get there.
You had a question for me. Your question was, do I think it's okay for you to be so self-confident?
That is my question.
Okay. And you want my answer to that?
If you would like to give it to me, yes.
Why do you care what I think if you do?
You're obviously successful. This is something I would also like to have. Look at me, I need a show.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell you, this show, we have a staff here of over 300 people. And they work really hard every day. And I'm the one that comes out here and does the talking. But let me tell you, I'm one of 300. And without those 300, if they didn't care about me and care about this show and care about our message, then they wouldn't do what they do. They wouldn't have put up with your abuse in getting all of this together. So one advice I would give you is, if you're going to succeed, people have to want you to succeed. They have to help you. They have to lift you up and make you successful. Because without my staff, from Carla Pennington on down, who's our executive producer, I would not be successful. Do you think that you would inspire people to want to make you successful?
Yes.
What about it what would be in it for them?
If I'm a success and they're working with me, they're obviously a success as well.
Do you think I know what I'm doing at all, or?
Yes,
not?
I do.
You do? Because I don't think that you're self-confident at all. You said... You said, no, I'm going to be honest with you.
Please be honest. I wouldn't want you to lie to me, because I wouldn't lie to you.
No, I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, I don't think you're self-confident at all, because self-confident people are not vulnerable to what other people say and think. And you can't even put up with a gasp or an awe without feeling like you have to defend yourself. If you were secure in who you were, then you wouldn't be so focused on what other people thought about you, what your superficial appearance was, and the need to put up a pecking order, a hierarchy. And you've said things here that I'm telling you, you say you've been a bully since you were age 5. I ask you, one of the things I ask all of our guests that come here, I ask them, what are the 10 most defining moments in your life? Yours were when my dad got my mom pregnant because I made it. You said number 2, when I pulled out a girl's weave in elementary school. When I went to jail for 3 days for getting in a fight with my brother. When I was still looking fabulous during my daughter's full makeup. 3 times I got my breast implants. I kept getting bigger and bigger because it made me the Barbie that I am. The first photo shoot that I realized I have more than a natural beauty. It just goes on, and it's all about, superficial things. And you're obviously very intelligent. You don't even give yourself credit for that. I mean, the things that you've said here, you said you bullied your cousin with Down syndrome and kicked her in the back and pushing her for dancing what you say, and I'm going to put this in quotes because these are your disgusting terms, not mine, like a retard. That's offensive to my sensibilities. It's offensive to the sensibilities of anyone out here that works with someone that might be less fortunate in terms of their genetic or physical makeup.
Well, she was dancing at my birthday party. She could have been on the inside. She was always ruining things. There was just cause for me kicking her. I didn't just, walk up on her and, kick her down.
She has Down syndrome.
I was having a birthday party. Fine, she has Down syndrome. All the more reason she should be at home.
That doesn't mean that she is disgusting.
She is disgusting. Have you seen her?
It means that I don't need to see her. I have worked with Down syndrome individuals throughout my entire career, and they're anything but disgusting, and they deserve our help and compassion and to be treated with dignity and respect. That's just terrible. You say...
I've tried to help her.
You say that I've
tried to help my cousin. I mean, I've given money for her to go into a home. My grandparents just don't want to put her in a home. I've tried helping. You
say you have snatched clothing out of an overweight woman's hands because she was holding small sizes. You said, fat. Quote, sweetheart, those are mine and these are yours. Nobody wants to look at your fat rolls.
They don't. Who here wants to look at fat rolls?
You picked on a girl, calling her a she-man until she left a nightclub. You refused to share a bathroom mirror with some girl that was unattractive. You said, you need to look at me, perfection, not you. Get out of the way.
She came in the club looking that way. I mean, it's not like looking in the mirror is going to change anything. I needed to brush.
You told a short, fat girl that she was ugly and didn't look good enough to be in the same bar with you?
She was sitting next to me. She was making me look bad. And the club. Clubs want attractive people to come out.
If you have self-confidence, you wouldn't feel threatened by what somebody next to you looks like.
What if you're dating a handicap?
I would never.
You would never?
Never in my life would I date a freaking handicapped person.
What if we fell in love?
I would never even date you to, like, put myself in a situation to fall in love with you. You're handicapped. Like, seriously, look at me.
Wednesday on an all-new Dr. Phil. First time ever on Dr. Phil.
Triple drug intervention.
Get away from me. Let me. Don't touch me.
But we're here to help.
Every intervention starts out with the subject trying to run.
You have one chance to say yes or you say no.
Do you have a gun?
I'm armed. You have a gun.
I don't want you to die.
This whole family's falling apart.
That's Wednesday.
You hit a woman with her fist and smashed the woman's car windshield with a bat because you thought their sunglasses were stolen?
She did steal my sunglasses. I was having a party, and she stole from me.
You say you keep your fake nails close to the nail bed so they don't break during a fight.
Right, I don't wear long nails.
So you expect to get in a fight?
I may.
And what do you achieve by getting in a fight?
They're obviously not doing what they were doing before. And that situation never happens again.
Huh. And you don't like people that are handicapped at all. She says that she hates looking at people with disabilities. So I want to show you what happened before the show today when she came into our green room and encountered a person in a wheelchair. Now notice how far away she sits from him once she spots him. Take a look at this.
So I say to them, I'm like, listen, I want 5 parking spots in front of every building.
5?
5. I'm like,
to Congress?
Yeah. And so the petition is going, and I'm going to have 5 spots.
Oh,
Hi.
Wow.
Hello, how are you all?
Good.
Hey.
Hey, Tamika Rashawn.
Topanga?
Excuse me, I said Tamika Rashawn.
Tamika.
Tamika.
Yeah.
Really simple and ethnic.
Don't fall.
You can't, no, trust me, I'm well balanced.
You're well balanced.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's what Congress is going to do. They're going to maybe put 5 parking spots in front of every building in the country because...
You need 5 parking spots?
No, but handicaps do.
Aren't you handicapped?
I am.
And you need 5 parking spots?
Sometimes they're going to be filled up.
Like where?
There's
In
more
front
than
of
one
every
handicapped
building.
person.
I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
I also think every house should have a ramp.
Every home? I don't have any handicapped people at my home. I don't need a ramp.
Should have a what?
Well, what if you're dating a handicap?
I would never.
You would never...
Never in my life would I date a freaking handicapped person.
What if we fell in love?
I would never even date you to, like, put myself in a situation to fall in love with you. You're handicapped. Like, seriously, look at me. I don't think these kind of people date
You couldn't love a handicap?
No.
Like what do you have against handicaps?
I don't want to see you, is the thing. Like, why?
Then look away.
Why should I suffer? Because you're like, I don't want to see this.
Are you suffering because
like,
I'm handicapped?
I really don't want to see it. It does bother me.
I feel I'm suffering because I'm talking to you.
Well,
why don't you come?
Why don't you shut up? Because I wasn't talking to you, okay?
You're talking
to the second time. It's the second time I just said I wasn't talking to you. So seriously?
Here, I'll talk to them.
Topanga.
Fine, talk to them.
Let me talk to them.
Yell.
Okay, seriously? You know my freaking name? And if you're not going to call me Tamika Rashawn, then don't call me anything at all. Please stand up, boo. It is Tamika Rashawn. T-E-M-I-C-A R-O-S-H-A-W-N. Okay? And I've told you this 5 times now, okay?
Really? Okay.
The man in the wheelchair, Kirk, let me have Kirk join us if he would. This is Kirk Fox. Kirk, how you doing?
Good, Phil.
Good
nice
to see you. Now, you find him disgusting.
This is the thing, okay? I really, really, really don't feel like I should have to suffer because he has chosen to put himself in a wheelchair. When I see it, I'm uncomfortable. It makes me feel bad. Like, I hate it. Why should I have to... Close your mouth. I'm talking. Seriously, he asked me a question. It's his show, so just be quiet and hear what I have to say. No, I don't want to see him. He is the reason for... He put himself in this position.
What is it about him that is disgusting?
He was drinking.
What is it about him?
He was drinking. He was drinking.
Okay, hold it. Seriously, what is it about him that is disgusting?
My mustache?
Could you, is it possible that you judge people before you really...
I really don't want to see it. Like, seriously, I'm so sick of people putting these reefs where people have gotten to accidents and, like, died on the highway or whatever. That's what happened to you. That's what you experienced. Why should I have to experience this if I'm just, like, trying to get somewhere?
Why do you judge him just because he's in this chair?
Look at me.
I don't want to look at you.
Why
and I'm
do you
sure I'm
judge...
not the only person that feels this way.
Why do you judge him just because he's in the chair?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Tamika Rashawn, answer my question. Why do you judge him just because he's in the chair?
I don't like having to see it.
Would you go over and introduce yourself to her? Let's see.
His story wasn't adding up. Like, seriously, I didn't...
That story added up.
Okay, does he look different to you now? Just because he's in this chair instead of that one?
Yes, like my heart on it isn't in my toes. Like, I mean, I feel better.
I don't feel better.
Well,
so
that's you. He asked me how I was feeling.
So you judged him because he was in that chair instead of this one. Now, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'5". Cool. You tennis pro.
Good for you.
Been,
a lot of things, Phil.
Very healthy, you know. Now, did you misjudge him?
Actually, he was performing a lie. He was the one, like, lying like he was in a wheelchair.
Did you misjudge him? Yes. You walked in.
Yes.
And let me tell you.
Yes, I misjudged him.
I had a real debate where, you know, Kurt is an actor. He's a stand-up comedian. Y'all may have seen him on Jay Leno, Parks and Recreation, different places. I asked him to do this, and I had a real debate whether or not to bring in someone that was actually having disabilities or to bring in someone else. And I actually elected to do Kirk, and because I didn't want to subject someone with actual disabilities to your biting judgment and attacks. I didn't want to do that. And
it's funny that you say that. You didn't want to subject them to me. What about you subjecting me to them? Like, I don't want to be around them. It makes me uncomfortable. So you don't think about my feelings. It's all about them.
And so I actually
also have feelings.
I actually opted to do it with Kirk because he's actually a very good friend of mine, and I asked him if he would do this. Because I knew you were tough enough to take it.
But I almost wasn't tough enough to take it.
Yeah.
Like, if I wasn't handicapped at that moment, I would have walked away.
Yeah. You misjudged him, right?
I did misjudge you.
But it's the same person in this chair that was in that chair. Same person.
You might be
be
misjudging everyone that you come across.
Okay, so if someone is disabled, you find that unacceptable. It makes you uncomfortable.
Yes, handicapped people make me feel uncomfortable, very uncomfortable.
Well,
to the point to where my hands were trembling. I was so upset to be in there with you in your handicapped situation.
Is it possible that A, that is based on fear and ignorance, and B, that you, in fact, are a social emotional cripple?
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. All right, well, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to meet Tamika Rashawn's mother. Plus, I sent Dr. Phil correspondent Kelly Catrone to make a house call to Tamika Rashawn. We're going to see if she's as tough as she claims to be. We'll be right back.
I take what I want and I do what I want.
You don't like fat people, but, like, do you say mean things to fat people?
Maybe you shouldn't be eating that whole bag of chips there you have. Are you Asian? You're Asian, so I'm going to call you Asian lady. Is that okay? Yeah. Asian lady, let's get this order done. I would really love for Kelly to lose weight. I think that's her biggest issue.
I think I've had enough for the day, actually.
And later, you say, I don't have a terrible life. I'm not suggesting you do, but you're going to have a lonely life. Because people will leave you.
Bhad
daughter is an out-of-control bully.
Are you serious?
I cannot believe that I have raised a bully. She grew up in church. I think sometimes she just wakes up to pick a fight with someone just to get her day jump-started. She would talk about your mother, your grandmother, your children, to just bully you. One time, Tamika Rashawn and I went to a drive-thru for drinks, and the waitress shortchanged her 50 cents, and she flipped out on the girl, threw the drinks, and called the girl a thief over 50 cents. She ruins family events. You know, I just get nervous knowing that she will even be there because Tamika Rashawn bullied her brothers when she was growing up. If they bring up a bad memory for her, it's on. No mother wants her daughter to grow up and be a mean girl and a bully, and that's what she's actually turned into. I'm totally appalled by it.
Well, that was Tamika Rashawn's mother, Benita, and she says that there is no limit to her bully behavior. Benita, Dr. Phil, good to meet you. How are you?
All right.
You love your daughter, right?
I do. Yes, I do.
I love my mother.
And you wish the best for her?
Yes, I do.
Does she have any friends?
Not very many, Dr. Phil, because she runs them all away.
How does she do that?
She comes, you know, they have to look a certain part. They have to drive a certain car. They have to fit into her description of what her friends should look like.
Okay. Would that be accurate?
Yes, but I have helped my friends. Like, seriously, I've helped them. I've had friends that had bad acne, bad hair. I went and helped a friend purchase a vehicle with my money. I've taken clothing out of my closet. I went and bought. I'm not talking to you. I've really helped my friends. Seriously. One of my friends didn't have a vehicle.
Then why do you not have many friends, if any at all? Have you beat any of your friends up?
Yes, Dr. Phil. Let me answer it for you. Yes.
She has beat her friends up.
She'll just bully them.
The guy that cut me off, what if I have gotten into an accident with him and died? I have a daughter to take care of.
But you have to be there for your daughter mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You have to be there as a role model to teach her how to be a lady. You have to teach her how to conduct herself. She deserves that. Okay, I tell you what, Kelly Catrone is a special contributor to the show, and she's author of a great book. If you haven't read it, put it on your must-read list. It's entitled, If You Have to Cry, Go Outside. Her latest book is called Normal Gets You Nowhere, and it has just now hit bookstores. Normal Gets You Nowhere. I sent Kelly to visit Tamika Rashawn. Let's see what happened when she paid her a visit.
Hey, Dr. Phil, I'm down here in New Orleans to meet Miss Tamika Rashawn. Your producer sent some pictures for me to take a look at. Oh, my goodness. There is no way that bottom is natural. Very rarely am I left speechless. But I have to say, speechless. Ready to rumble. You're a self-described bully?
I take what I want and I do what I want.
Who do you take it from?
Whomever I want.
You don't like fat people?
No, I don't like morbidly obese people. If I go out in something sexy or like a short shirt, like I get the stares and the looks. But if a fat person comes out with a short shirt on, no one says anything.
Do you say mean things to fat people?
Yes. Baby, you shouldn't be eating that whole bag of chips there you have, you know?
This is your way of trying to be helpful.
Yes.
Her personality changes when she drinks.
There are a lot of people in jail who have committed crimes that they don't even remember.
They don't even remember.
Blackouts are really intense.
This has happened to me quite a few times.
Mother to mother. What would you like to ask Dr. Phil?
Can you be a bully and a sensitive person at the same time?
That's a good question.
I want her to not only be a knockout this way, I want her to get rid of some of that stuff that's on the inside.
But I think that you guys are going to be able to do this. I think that Dr. Phil is going to be able to help you.
I may be fake, but I keep it real.
Do you have gluteal implants?
You can feel it if you like.
How many people do this to you on a given day?
I only get upset when people don't ask.
When you go out, though, do you ever have to think about what you're going to wear in case you have to throw down with somebody?
I do.
You have long fingernails.
No, they appear to be long.
But they're not long?
They're not long.
Why aren't they longer?
I get into fights. I don't want to break a nail and hurt myself. I want to hurt other people, not me.
Note everybody at home, you know, when you're going out to brawl, make sure you get
your nail.
This is a book, Babe's Guide to Brawling.
I'm still buying the shoes where I would have like so much more to say.
Oh, about my outfit? But you see, I actually get paid lots of money to work in the fashion business, so I don't take fashion criticism, I give it. Ha, 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 ha. Hey.
Hey.
I want to see you in action.
Yeah, you're the best.
Lose weight. Step away from the donut. I'm sorry. Don't point too hard, old white lady, because I'll get with you. How are you? Are you gay?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So, okay, stop. You don't think that I'm attractive?
Wait. Just let him say his thing. She just said something nicely. Watch out, she's a bit of a tough girl.
Hold on, no, wait.
Giving you a compliment.
Okay, thank you. Can we get a waitress? Yeah, a waiter or something?
I'm going to apologize in advance for anything that might be said here. I just want to say that.
What do you think I was going to say? Are you Asian? You're Asian, so I'm going to call you Asian lady. Is that okay? Asian lady, let's get this order done.
She was pretty rude to everybody.
I would love to hate Kelly right now. However, I'm feeling her. She's big, but she's covering it up. That's cool. I would really love for Kelly to lose weight. I think that's her biggest issue.
I think I've had enough for the day, actually.
You were okay to be out with her? She's not too unattractive or too big?
And the shoes were awesome.
And they have tacks in them. You didn't get to see. I told her that if I go out brawling, I could just pull one out.
She and I can hang out because obviously we're both bullies.
Okay. So you're big, but you're covering it up.
I was. She's right. I did. I gained a lot of weight this year, so that is right. She does have a bit of a compass to get into things once in a while, so that was true.
Was it difficult for you? Is she not attractive enough for you to be out with?
No, I think she's awesome.
Oh, thanks, Tamika Rashawn. Thank you.
Tamika Rashawn helping people. Look at this.
So you were okay to be out with her? She's not too unattractive or too big or
And the shoes were awesome.
And they have tacks in them. You didn't get to see. I told her that if I go out brawling, I could just pull one out.
She and I can hang out because obviously we're both bullies.
And they're great for business meetings.
I need those. I could go to the airport and just keep weapons with me if something happened.
Now, let me ask you something.
We can hang because we're both bullies. Is what it seems I found.
Why are you drinking to the point of blackout?
That is a very good question.
Thank you. Now answer it.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I have a couple shots and it's all going good, and before I know it, it's 2 shots, 3 shots, and.
Tell me about the time in your life that you've been most hurt.
I was in a car accident once, and it definitely hurt.
I mean hurt by someone else. Somebody did something to you that hurt you.
Like physically hurt?
Physically, mentally, emotionally?
Wow. Okay.
Have you been mistreated in your life? Have people taken advantage of you?
Everyone's been mistreated in life at some point.
We're not talking about everyone. We're talking about you.
Okay. My father disciplined me regularly. That hurt. There are belts involved, you know.
I believe that.
An actual boyfriend decided that since I wasn't giving him sex, he would just take it. That hurt emotionally and physically.
How old were you?
I was young. Too young to be having sex.
Did he rape you?
Yes, he did. This is something I came on television to talk about. It's like the rapist story. I'm over it. I'm not hurt. He's the one that has the problem. I don't have a problem.
Well, I like to...
I feel sorry for him.
If I'm dealing with a chain, I like to go back one link and then another link and then another link, and sometimes you find a significant link.
I don't live a terrible life. So the side effects...
But with things. You have a nice life with things. I was in your home. But, you know, one of the things is that I thought when I met her that I was going to be in a different situation. And within a few hours of meeting her and speaking to her, I understood that there was a sensitive human being underneath that was actually quite smart and quite lovely, and that she was in a constant state of reaction. And it seemed that the years of reaction keep building up, You know, so it's this big beehive of reaction now at this point. And so it's part habit and part...
See, my attitude is that you create your own experience. And,
really?
And you don't know what you don't know. You say, I don't have a terrible life. I'm not suggesting you do. But you're going to have a lonely life because people will leave you. They will distance themselves from you. They will distance themselves from you, and they will take great pleasure in your demise if something bad happens to you. Think about that for a second. I've got to take a break. We're going to add somebody to the conversation next. Straight from the set of the hit show Glee, actor Max Adler is here to tell us his connection to bully behavior. We're right back.
When you start talking about your daughter or education, I mean, I could tell that there's something deep inside you that's so, you know, pure and innocent, and that obviously something happened in the past to make you go on the attack before anyone can penetrate that and see your vulnerability.
What is your problem?
You talking back to me? Do you want a piece of the fury?
The fury?
That's what I named my fist.
With that level of creativity, you could easily become assistant manager at a rendering plant.
I don't know what that is, but if I find out it's bad, the fury's gonna find you.
Well, we're talking about people who admit they're bullies and are proud of it. Now, that was actor Max Adler from the hit show Glee, who plays school bully Dave. Now, Max, come on out. Hey, I'm glad you're here.
Oh, well, I'm glad I'm here, too. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on all of your success. Robin and I are gleeks. We watch the show all of the time and have really just loved the way you have brought this character alive as a bully. And I have even more respect for it, knowing how much you are not that way and how much you, in fact, are an activist about that. Talk about that a little bit.
I shot an It Gets Better project spot. It's all over YouTube. It's gone viral. And basically, it just, there's a website, itgetsbetter.org, where everyone can go take their pledge. And it's just...
Take their pledge of what?
Just saying that you're going to stand up for anyone who's different and that you're not going to antagonize.
So you should probably stand up for me because I'm different.
You're not different.
I'm different.
Why?
Look at me. But let's talk about you and what you have going on. First of all, you're playing a bully, but then you don't want people to bully. Like, I would not play a bully because you're promoting bullies is what you're doing. Why don't you take a stand? Why don't you take a stand and, like, say I refuse to, like, play this character just because I'm so anti-bullies? But you're playing the character, and everyone's not going to your website to see how great that is. There's some kids out there that are looking up to you and being a bully.
Okay.
So...
Can I talk?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So, what the show is, here's the thing.
I just seen the show. You're playing a bully.
No, you saw a 5-second clip. Let me say this.
You need to respect him enough to let him speak.
You know what? You're right.
First, let me preface it by saying this. I think people bully and attack out of ignorance and what they don't know.
Right.
And you need to be educated about what you're bullying about, because if you don't know who you're attacking, it doesn't make any sense. Now, the show, although you saw a 5-second clip of that, the show basically takes a stand against bullying.
But you're
it turns out that I'm closeted and I'm confused about my sexuality, and I bully out of the fact that I'm so scared, and I go on the attack and the offensive to not get bullied.
Oh, and let me tell you, it is a brilliant portrayal, and as I said, and it so much showcases the problems with bullying and the vulnerability of your character behind the scenes and being closeted is a total education about why bullying is wrong. And do you ever watch Glee?
No.
Okay, then don't judge what you don't know, because it is a brilliant portrayal of the flaws and fallacies of being a bully. And that's the intent of it, and the entire show devotes to that.
Correct. And it turns out that a lot of letters I receive from fans and people that watch the show say that they know bullies like who I play, Karofsky, or that they were bullied by someone like my character. And it turns out that they ended up realizing years later. But what I will say is that you do seem very intelligent. And when Dr. Phil asks you about your daughter, it was a whole new woman that I saw. Like, you know, you attack as soon as someone did gasp or ooh or boo. But when you started talking about your daughter or education, I mean, I could tell that there's something deep inside you that's so, you know, pure and innocent, and that obviously something happened in the past, just like with the character, to make you go on the attack before anyone can penetrate that and see your vulnerability.
I want to point out something, because I'm really wanting you to have some takeaway from this show.
Okay.
This isn't just throw you under the bus. You do that very well on your own.
Okay.
So you don't need my help with that. But my point is, again, when you dealt with Kirk, you judged him instantly and went on the attack. Kirk in the wheelchair. Say hi, Kirk. There you go. Okay. When Max started talking, I said, what is your take on her? You immediately, get him before he no, wait, let me finish. No, I'm talking here. See that name up there?
I do.
That's me. Okay. As soon as I asked him that, in a get them before they get me, you said, you don't know anything about me, and and then when I made you stop and let him finish, what he actually said was that he has the sensitivity to look past all of the bluster and in fact saw an intelligent and caring woman when it came to your daughter and it came to doing what you needed to do to protect her. So in fact, you attacked him before he had the opportunity to say that he saw things in you that he actually admired and complimented you about. But again, you would have missed that because you went on the attack before you gave him the opportunity to talk to you in a genuine fashion.
I understand what you're saying.
What do you think about what I'm saying?
I agree with you. This happens often before people get to complete what they're saying. I do kind of rush in.
All right. Taylor and Anna, stand up if you would. This is Taylor and Anna. These are the two girls that you attacked in the green room.
They also attacked me.
And, well, okay. And these are actually two delightful young women. They're on the staff, but yet you judge them. So you've attacked them. You've attacked Max. You've attacked Kirk time and time again.
I got nipped a couple times.
You got nipped a few times. And the truth is that everybody, those two, Taylor and Anna, Max, Kirk, Kelly, myself, we're just all here trying to help you find some peace.
And can I say that when you had a great point earlier when you said that it takes a giant staff to support you, to build you up and give you the show. And that was another thing you said when you said, you know, the education, college, your daughter, is that you wanted success, which everyone does.
There's a couple things, though, to add on to this. One is, I spent a lot of time with you that day, and you really get the sense that you're just fighting everyone and everything, and you're kind of like the little girl without any, like, daddy backup. So it's like all the time. The other thing is that I'm also a single mom, and, you know, if you're blackout drinking, or you're driving and get out of the car, it's going to be just a matter of time before you pop the wrong guy in New Orleans, one of the most dangerous cities in America, and he's going to pull out a gun and shoot you. So I did see you with your daughter, and I think you're lovely with her in your home. But these other things, blackout drinking, coming home at night, what if you bring some kind of pedophile psycho home and you don't even remember it? No, but this does happen to people.
Every night.
And this is what he needs to help you with today, because there's a strong disconnect between the sensitivity. It's like what you put in and what comes out is like 180 degrees. Like, you're sensitive. It's upsetting to you in the name of God that you see people who, you know, have a developmental disorder. And then your response to that is to abuse them. So it's like you put it in the machine and it comes out completely on the other end. And that's the one thing that I noticed spending time with you. And that's what made it easy for me to be with you. You think that you're coming from the right place. It's just that the processing center is completely upside down.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be right back. Well, obviously, this hot topic conversation doesn't stop here. Stay tuned, because tomorrow we're going to talk to a mother whose 13-year-old son admits to bullying, going as far as burning the neck of another student with a cigarette. I'm interested in this because you don't often get to hear from the bully. This kid is very candid. And I'll continue my conversation with Tamika Rashawn she's not out of the woods yet. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My son put a cigarette out on the back of a student's snack.
Her son is a bully.
I pick on kids because it makes me feel better.
But it's the mother's behavior.
The school said you too are a bully.
That has Dr. Phil concerned.
You yelled at one of our staffers. You were asleep when the crew arrived. You refused to finish the pre-interview. If we're going to intervene, you're going to have to clean your act up as well.
That's tomorrow.
Thanks to all my guests today. Thanks to my experts. Check out comedian and actor Kirk Fox on Comedy Central's John Oliver's New York stand-up show. He also stars as Joe on NBC's Parks and Recreation, which airs Thursday nights at 9:30 p.m. Max Adler stars as Dave Karofsky on the hit show Glee, which airs Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on Fox. And CEO and founder of People's Revolution, Kelly Catrone. Go out and buy her latest book that just hit the bookshelves. Normal Gets You Nowhere. Thanks for being here. So long.
There was the last time. I've always been naive. Call it.
Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it.